Preparing for your IFE online examination. Feel free to pause the video as and when you need to. We strongly recommend that before your exam, you install Google Chrome, install the Invigilation browser add-on, and set your password for your online exam. Links to all of these can be found in the Exam Centre information and also in your booking confirmation email. You can go to the website ife.org.uk and navigate to Education, IFE Qualifications, Book an Exam. On this page, you can find the relevant exam session for you. Scroll down to Information for Candidates and select Information and Rules for Candidates, Online Examinations. It is each candidate's responsibility to familiarise themselves with this document. In this document, you'll find important information that you might need as an exam candidate, including information on remote invigilation, prohibited items, how to complete your ID checks, where to position yourself in your camera, how to complete your room scan, and frequently asked questions. Page 2 of this document also contains links to download Google Chrome and the Remote Invigilation browser add-on. Follow the link below for further information on using and logging into the exam platform, as well as the link to the platform itself. The Centre information document will contain the link to set your password on the online exam platform. Click on the link labelled Forgot Password. Once you get to the online platform, you'll need to click Forgot Password and enter your username. Your username will be the email address that you used to make your booking, and the one that your booking confirmation email was sent to. Then click Send Email and go to your emails to pick up the link to set your password. Please check your junk and spam folders if the email has not arrived within a few minutes. Once you get there, enter your username again and the password that you've just set. Then click Log In. Once you've logged in, you should see everything you need on your screen. For example, if you need a read speaker, it should be available. You can make the font bigger or smaller to suit you. The assessment title will be shown here. Please check that the assessment title matches the exam you expect to be taking before starting the test. You will also see the window that the exam will be available to you. You may find that the duration of your exam has been adjusted if you've been approved for extra time as a reasonable adjustment. When you're ready, click Start Test and the remote invigilation will begin. You'll need to read this front page, and at the bottom, any actions you need to take before starting your exam will be highlighted in red. For example, if you need to unplug any additional monitors, if you need to plug in a power cable, or if you need to close any browser tabs. Remember to set any messaging or email apps to Do Not Disturb and log out before entering your exam. You may want to test this before exam day to ensure that you no longer receive notifications. After this, the system diagnostic test will take place. They will need to check that your webcam, microphone, screen and connection are available. You will need to share your screen by clicking on the screen and clicking Share. A pop-up appears at the bottom of the window. Please click Hide before joining the exam to make sure it does not interfere with your exam. Be careful not to click Stop Sharing. Before you begin, make sure that you use the bathroom, have a drink, are comfortable and ready. Then click Next. You will need to begin your camera test, where 5 pictures will be taken of you. These will be compared to the ID that you show when the ID check happens. Position your ID inside the green window, making sure that your face and name are clearly visible on your ID. If you find this difficult, after a short period of time, a Scan Manually button will appear. You can retake the photo of your ID as many times as you need to. After you've taken the photograph, you can check that your face and name are clearly visible. Once your ID is verified, you'll receive a reminder that you are required to complete a desk scan and an exam agreement. Read these pages carefully, and when you're ready, click I understand and I accept. The rules for candidates are shown before your exam begins. They're also depicted by images underneath. Please ensure that you're complying with the rules. Breaking the rules for candidates leads to immediate disqualification. Remove all prohibited items before your exam starts. Make sure that your exam environment is free from other people, any noises, textbooks, smartwatches, smartphones, headphones, calculators, and pens and paper. You will also need to make sure that your face is positioned correctly in the camera. Then click Yes, I accept when you're ready, and Next. Before your exam begins, you'll need to do a desk and room scan. Please note that both the desk and room scan must be done at this time. When you're ready, click Start Scan and begin scanning the room with your device. Move your device around the room slowly enough that all 4 walls can be seen, ensuring that your body does not block the camera. You will also need to scan the ceiling, the floor, your desktop, and underneath your desk. This demonstrates that there are no prohibited items in your exam environment. During your scan, a pop-up will say, "I'm done, continue," but you can continue scanning for as long as you need to. Once you've finished, you can click this pop-up. The instructions for candidates are shown on this page. Make sure you read this page carefully and understand it. If you unplugged your laptop to complete the room scan, please plug it back in now. Be aware that you can move the remote invigilation tool around. Please be careful not to move it outside of the exam screen, as this may lead to your examination being closed, and you will need to repeat the security checks before rejoining. You can see the details of the number of questions, time allowed, and pass mark at the bottom of the screen. When you're ready, click Start Assessment. Once you enter the exam, you can see the total time remaining at the top of the screen. If your exam includes a read speaker, it can be controlled at the top of the screen, where you can play, pause, stop, skip forward and back, and change the volume or speed of the reading. The read speaker will read everything on the exam screen, but you can skip to the parts you need. Use the buttons to select the correct answer. You can clear the answer if you need to. Use the Next and Previous buttons to navigate to the next question. You can also flag questions to revisit before you complete your assessment. Flagged questions will be displayed in the overview, where you can also identify any unanswered questions. You can click on the question in the overview to navigate to it. To unflag a question, navigate to the question and click Flag again. Question types that may feature in your exam include multiple choice, where you can select the single best answer from the options provided. Multiple response, where you select all correct answers from the options provided. There may be more than one correct choice. Fill in the blank questions, where you can type the answer into the blank space. Spelling and formatting must be accurate. Select from list, where you choose the correct answer from a drop-down list. Sequence questions, where you will arrange the items in the correct order, starting with the first or the top and ending with the last at the bottom. Numeric questions, where you will enter a numerical answer. And matching questions, where you will be asked to correctly match items from 2 lists. You can use the notepad at the bottom to type any notes. Notes will not affect your score. This notepad can be moved around, but make sure not to move it off the screen, as it may result in your exam window closing, and you will have to repeat the security checks. These notes will be attached to the question. If you navigate to a different question, the notepad will be blank. When you return to this question, you will see the notes again. You will also have access to a scientific calculator in the invigilation toolbar. This can also be moved, but must remain within the exam screen. Below the calculator on the invigilation toolbar is the whiteboard, which can be used to draw any diagrams you may need. Diagrams will not count towards your final score. The whiteboard includes an undo arrow, and you can also clear it using the recycling bin icon. Unlike the notepad, drawings on the whiteboard will remain as you navigate through the questions. you think you're ready to hand in your assessment, click Overview to make sure that you've answered all of the questions. Once you're ready, click Complete Assessment. Now that you've finished your exam and it's been handed in, you can click Exit, which will lead you to a short survey to let us know how your online exam experience has been. If you need further help, you can contact us on exams@ife.org.uk.